This case took place in the early 1830s, prior to the American Civil War, and reflects the ongoing tensions between southern states and the federal government which they were coming to oppose, particularly on questions of race. Georgia had implemented a law which prohibited white people from going into Indian reservations without permission from the governor of Georgia or his delegate. The clear purpose of the act was to hamstring white people who were working with those Indian tribes to advance their welfare. One of those persons was Samuel Worcester, a preacher who was translating the Bible into Cherokee, but who was also supporting the development of strong Cherokee advocacy. He was charged under the Georgia statute and appealed on the basis that Georgia lacked the power to make laws for the Cherokee Nation. A majority in the Supreme Court agreed. Justice Marshall for the court set out how the original agreement between the Cherokee Nation and the British colonialists merely bound the nation to the British Crown as a dependent ally, claiming the protection of a powerful friend and neighbour and receiving the advantages of that protection without involving a surrender of their national character. This is the true meaning of the stipulation, and neither the British government nor the Cherokees ever understood it otherwise. It followed from this that the treaties and laws of the United States contemplate the Indian Territory as completely separated from that of the states, and provide that all intercourse with them shall be carried on exclusively by the government of the Union. The Indian nations had always been considered as distinct, independent political communities, retaining their original natural rights as the undisputed possessors of the soil from time immemorial. Because the Cherokee had this relationship directly with the US government, it followed that Georgia could not legislate in a way that overruled that relationship. The court said, "The act of the state of Georgia, under which Worcester was prosecuted, is consequently void and the judgment a nullity." That didn't end the fight. Georgia initially refused to release Worcester from prison and later bullied the Cherokee into a deal which involved the forced removal of the Cherokee from their lands and their relocation elsewhere along what is sometimes called the Trail of Tears. Georgia later joined the other southern states in seceding from the United States, starting and then losing the American Civil War.